Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is a true Montreal original, blending traditions, Sephardi soul, classic Moroccan comedy. Born and raised right here in Montreal, Orel Gozlan grew up surrounded by piyutim, Chazanut, the rich music of our community, and he learned from some of the top chazanim in the city and proudly served as the Chazan of Or Shalom since 2011, right? That's my synagogue. That's where I came from. Then COVID came around, boo, and something amazing happened. Yay. While stuck at home with the kids, Orel started posting these short, hilarious sketches, pure Moroccan Sephardi nostalgia. And the mothers, the grandmothers, the accents, the characters we all know, people that we actually saw in real life, he brought back to life in an incredible way. We want to please give a warm welcome to Orel Gozlan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, first of all. It's going to be franglais.
Oh, bien sûr. We gotta do it.
La loi 101,
Ben oui,
on a
là.
besoin, là.
Ben oui.
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here. I remember when Danny told me during a cut when I came to see him, Orel, I want to do podcast with Montreal people, share the secrets, Baruch Hashem, and it's a beautiful setup. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for Orel. I know him for a long time. We met first time in Ilula, in my house. Since there, we're doing a lot of Ilula together. We laugh together. We share together, and it's really pleasure to have Orel. It's one of the DNA of Montreal.
It's true.
Mamash kach.
It's true.
You see him, how he go to weddings and he sing, and how he make people laugh.
Yeah.
And it's really important for a community to have somebody like you, because laughing, it's very therapy for people.
Woo.
And take off from there. Well, how you get into the comedy, and first of all, before you start that, how you start doing the Chazanut.
So first of all, it comes from the family. My father was a paitan, a Chazan. He used to play daguka in a band, and it was really from the beginning of the I think I did my haftara, first haftara at 6 years old, Nishmat Kol Chai, all the prayers that we usually do at the synagogue, and so I grew up at home with that. Then with the school that I went to, they had a program with liturgy, la liturgy,
Right.
Learning prayers, etc. For Shabbat, and soon enough I discovered that I wanted to do that more. Started chupot, bit of weddings, Shabbat Chatan here and there, and once I finished high school, I started really going more deep into the real repertoire that we tend to forget sometimes, like bakashot of Shabbat, the kinot that we have for Tisha B'Av, really things that we're supposed to know, but people don't really remember to that day.
And it's incredible that Montreal, I feel like, actually preserved that Moroccan tradition, even, you can almost say, even more than Israel.
Yes.
Israel's like a melting pot, but it seemed like the Moroccan community, the Jewish Moroccan community in Montreal, they seem to have preserved it to really to keep it alive.
Yes, definitely. It's we're really lucky to have this mentality that we want to continue this alive, and I see this in the youth. La jeunesse,
Yeah.
they have is une soif. They
Ben
really
ouais.
want to learn.
Yeah.
I opened in 2012 a group on WhatsApp, Chazanut Moroccan, where I share stuff, and many of them are like between the age of starts at 15, 16 up to
And it's not
70s.
just Montreal, because my brother
Yeah.
sent me a video.
Oh,
You
wow.
know this guy?
That's
For
crazy.
sure, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Exactly. So I
It's all over the
opened
world.
that. I said, people want to get more of this Chazanut, this liturgy.
Yeah.
And I opened this group and I saw the beauty of it. People from all over around the world, Israel, Spain, France, Montreal, come in this group to really learn together, listen to our Chazanut. And yes, we are lucky to have this richness and this desire to learn more here in Montreal.
Amazing.
We have, and we're lucky, and we have to even do more events,
To
more
preserve it.
initiatives,
That's
you know,
right.
to preserve it. Should it be Chazanut classes, the events,
Totally.
just to bring the youth.
But if I remember right, I mean, you were one of the youngest chazans to be hired in a shul,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I think even before you were married.
Yes, I started. I think I was 21.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's very young.
Yeah, it was pretty young, and I used to go only for Shabbat, and I used to stay
That's right.
at friends or family just for Shabbat.
Wow.
Far from my parents, my family. So that's a sacrifice I needed to make because I really loved what I've been doing, and Baruch Hashem, I'm still here.
Incredible.
15 years later.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Côte Saint Luc.
Yeah.
Okay, and you developed this amazing talent. I mean, I think you have one of the loudest voices. I remember in the Chagim, and just hearing such a powerful voice. Did you ever? I don't know. You never had that kind of stage fright coming up to the teva. How did dealing with the voices in your head that say, is my voice good enough? Are people going to like me? How did you deal with that?
Listen, there's two parts. For the stage part, when I had to do like a concert or a chupot,
Yeah.
it's another.
That's another beast,
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Chazanut, I was always feeling like I was in my place. I was sitting really from the teva. It was really my pleasure. I really felt like I belonged there, and it.
Wow.
Oh Hashem, it was like a serious shlichut.
Yeah.
Hashem gave me this gift. Hashem gave me this opportunity to connect people through prayer, through singing.
Yeah.
And on the teva, I always felt at home, really comfortable with what I do. With I see it like a shlichut.
Sure.
The Shaliach Tzibur is really represented.
That's right.
Representative of
The kahal.
The kahal.
That's right.
For God. Basically.
That's right.
So really, I felt like I'm really lucky to have this
Amazing.
this opportunity to connect the kahal with God.
So it's interesting because I remember I never liked going to be the chazan, because there would be so much internal chatter in my mind about am I saying the words right? Is it coming out nice enough? So I just kind of backed away from it, even though we're all musical here. We all like music and stuff like that. But it seemed like in that particular context, it was too noisy. How did you shut that off?
No, because I want to.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in Israel, and we grew up with Johamad,
Wow.
and there, when you're doing a
Something
stale,
else.
Yeah.
and me too. Until today, I'm afraid to go on
Yeah.
Rima.
Yeah.
How you said, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm pretty sure in the beginning it will take you time to reach the right notes or the right makam.
Right.
How you be able to manage it in the Moroccan?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I feel like the tune of the music and the words, they have a connection that only like a chazan can find.
People
right.
think a chazan is a singer. He's not.
No,
a singer.
he's not a singer. There's like some parts of the prayers, let's say that can go only with some tune. So I really try to match the tune that I'm gonna sing with the message or the theme of the prayer that I'm gonna put it on. The praise to Hashem.
Right.
Really find a way to connect both of them. The tune obviously helps get out the message of the tefillah, of the prayer that we're singing or that we're reading. So it's up to the chazan really to find this perfect match between the tune and the tefillah. And once you understand this logic, this magic that happens between the tune and the tefillah, it comes after naturally because you know exactly what.
So you're saying you don't have that internal chatter. It doesn't. There's not. Wow.
Well, in the beginning, it was more or less there.
Okay.
But the more you do it, the more you try, the more you practice. It's like every activity that you do.
That's right.
The more you the more you do
That's
it,
right.
the more you get better at it, and that's really how you calm this internal chatter. You become confident in
Right.
how you do it. What can you do? What can you not do?
Right.
And you get also the feedback of the kahal.
Sure.
You see exactly what did they like, and they come to talk to you this tune, and I was really feeling it, the vibe. Should it be on Shabbat? Should it be on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, the
Gotcha.
high holidays, the Chagim? You see exactly how you influence those people praying with you, and you get this feedback from them, and it only helps you get better.
Incredible. Yeah, that's beautiful. It makes me think that it's almost like you said, that when you feel that you're on a shlichut, you feel like you've been chosen to do something, it's almost as if that internal chatter, it disappears.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, I don't know, I'm just thinking, like maybe when you force yourself to do something because you think you should do it, or you're trying to get external validation, you want people to pay attention to you, maybe that's when that internal chatter
Yeah.
kind of like attacks you,
It's true. It's I'm here to do what I've been chosen to do.
Wow, such a
That's
beautiful
really-
belief.
That's what the Kehillah
Yeah.
is waiting from me. That's what
Yeah.
Hashem is waiting for me. Like I said.
Vas-y, exprime-toi,
Non,
frère.
j'ai dit,
Ouais.
c'est pas comme si j'avais like anything to prove.
Right.
In
Exactly.
general, I've been doing that for 15 years already.
Wow.
And Baruch Hashem, now it's really like we said, the shlichut, and I see that with the time. Like some kids, I go to their chuppah to sing for them, and they were bar mitzvah a few years
Wow,
ago. and
incredible.
You live the life with them. You see
Yeah.
them grow up. You see them, and that's the beauty of the community and the role of a chazan, that you're able to really live life with them, through them.
Wow.
There's a lot of chazanim that prefer like flying, doing Shabbat Chatan here, not staying like grounded in one.
Interesting.
I heard
place.
my
Yeah.
friend spoke about it, and he said Chazan is not just for the money; it's for the kehillah. My grandfather said when Joe Amar, it was the tefillah before he was the Chazan in the synagogue, and it was the tefillah after he left, because he left to New York, and and people were missing the tefillot with them. It was a different tefillah for some people. Like you kill
Yeah,
them.
that's right.
Yeah.
And people has to understand that when you have a good Chazan, we have Baruch Hashem here in Bet Rambam, we have Yoel Dahan.
Yeah.
Nice, fantastic.
Listen, it's a different tefillah.
Yeah.
And when I give you an example, when we did the Elulot together, and once he couldn't come, he was sick, and I said to myself, it was different vibes. It was different
Sure.
meaning. You have to understand the music and the Chazan, and this is what bring the vibe. At the end of the day, if we have food like this, or the house is beautiful or less, but the music and the tefillot and the voice, this is what the tune is.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the Sephardim, it's extremely important, the Chazan, 100%, and even al pi Chasidut, like the Chazan represents somebody that has the ability to find the good in all of the kahal, so that he can represent them. Because the Chazan, he cannot be in machloket, or he cannot have a problem with one of the members of the synagogue.
Yeah.
How can you go up and represent everybody else?
Yeah.
But it just reminds me, and it comes back to a couple of podcasts we've touched on this subject before in this theme, that the experience when you're praying, it needs to be an experience. You actually need to feel something. You know what I mean? I think one of the biggest problems a lot of the youth have is that when they step into the synagogue, they don't feel anything. They're not having an experience. So how do you want them to connect to prayers that they don't understand? If Hebrew is not their first language, okay? The rituals where it might be different, they're not used to it and stuff like that. It's an overwhelming experience. But when you have that musical, accompaniment, and you have nice melodies, it definitely helps. Sometimes I think about, like, today we cannot have, they say in the Bet HaMikdash, that there was real instruments. There was a whole experience, you know? And today, we're very far from that. At most, we have the vocals, but we don't have all the instruments.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, we did Allel with
Yeah.
instruments and
Yeah.
some,
Beautiful.
yeah.
and some
But that's
rabbis
okay.
said-
That was Chol HaMoed.
Yeah, Chol HaMoed.
Yeah.
Some rabbis said we're not allowed to bring.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I have
Interesting.
No idea.
Interesting.
Some-
On Chol HaMoed?
No, on Tfilah. But
Right.
some rabbanim
Maybe
said-
they never experienced it. That's why they don't know what they're missing.
No, listen. No, listen. I'm a very
That's a
curious.
machloket.
I'm a very curious guy, and you know, this is Barber Talk, right? So Barber Talk, we're allowed to talk about anything that's on our heart. You know, a lot of times I've seen, you know, in other religions, Christianity. I think it's only Christianity, right? Or you know, they have a whole musical entertainment part
The
of
gospel,
their service. Yeah,
Yeah.
a piano, and I'm like, man, like I wish we could grab that back because that's really how it was supposed to be in the Bet HaMikdash.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a real experience where you feel elevated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, you can get there with vocals, but you got to be focused. You got to understand what you're saying, okay? So that you can tap in.
I think it's also the role of the Chazan to feel the vibe of the
That's
people,
right.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have people that aren't so close to the religion and the pew team that we traditionally sing.
Yeah.
You do something classic,
They can't connect, 100%.
They can't connect with you. So the Chazan has the ability to
He's gotta feel it.
to see exactly who is this crowd, how can I elevate the experience of prayer.
It's
for
an
them.
expertise.
Many Shabbat I did like Shabbat Chatan and Shabbat Chazanut and everything, and I've seen that there's people that are like not connected to the traditional pew team that we do.
They can't, right.
And something that I love doing is sometimes, and I do it sometimes on Shabbatons that I go with my students
Yeah.
at the school where I teach. I try to find tunes that normally you don't hear in church.
Right.
And
Like pop songs?
pop songs.
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. I love
Like,
it.
if I tell you the titles that I did,
Please tell us. Tell
Yeah.
us.
I did Titanic. I
Doesn't
did
sound
yeah.
like
The Shabbat after Whitney Houston passed away. I did I Will Always Love You.
Please give us a nug yishach like this. Give us a nug.
Ooh, Eloheinu.
Oh my God, I love it.
Ooh, Avinu.
Oh my God.
oh my god.
Ooh, Malkeinu. Moshienu.
Climax. Ah, I love it. I love it.
People see and you know sometimes they can't connect to the text of the tefillah itself.
Right.
But sometimes a tune comes out and and they're like, oh, I know this. I know this tune.
That's
I know
it.
exactly where it comes from, and they follow in the book, and
Right.
they basically and this also is a machloket. You know, some people are okay to do that. Some keilot are like do whatever you want. Some
Right.
other
They
are
want
like
to. They want to
more-
keep it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more
It's funny. We
limited.
were talking about this the other day. Like the melodies. We're talking about this with Avraham here, right behind the scenes. That you know, music is such a universal language.
Yeah.
It's the universal
Yeah.
language that everybody can connect to.
Exactly.
And like the ability to grab a melody from a pop song and then to
Yeah.
bring it into kedusha. You're right. There's some say yes, some say no, and stuff like
At
this.
the end of the day, we want them to connect to the tefillah.
Exactly.
The goal is that.
Yeah.
And they're able to connect
100%.
With the tune from Whitney Houston and not with the tune from Sami al-Maghribi.
Right.
Then,
It is what it is.
the
Yeah.
shlichut has been done with the tools that we have.
I
and
love
the
it.
tunes that we
Love it. That's we were talking about this yesterday. The fusion. This is the fusion that's happening in our generation, where even the Chazan that we have at our shul, blend in Hasidic, Moroccan, Litvish song, whatever it may be, anything that's popular, so that you can get in and have that experience.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the purpose of the prayer is to have an experience.
Yeah, definitely.
and it's kind of sad to say, but there are synagogues today that are anti-experience.
Yeah,
It's mincha narvit or it's shachit mincha narvit, and the idea is to get through this as quick as possible so that we can go to the next thing.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a pity. It's a pity.
Yes.
Sometimes it's
What
even.
are you
What are you trying to do?
Voila. What
Right.
are you transferring to what values
Right.
are you
And
transferring?
sometimes it's even in the name of the Torah. In other words, let's pray quicker so we can study Torah. But why don't we study Torah so that we can pray better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's that? So and to me it's something that has
But I think it's really like the role of our leader or community leaders,
That's
the
right.
Chazan, the rabbi, to change the mindset.
That's
to,
right.
To rehausser,
Yeah.
try to like show the importance of tefillah
Yeah.
itself. Yes, the people will come and pray any way that you tell
That's
them
right.
to come pray, but the community leaders has to do like a mind shift,
paradigm shift, yes,
of
100%.
how basically the prayer is important, the experience, like you
Yeah.
said, to basically show that beauty of
That's right.
of tefillah.
Speaking of chazanim, I remember, I don't know if you were in that time or if you came after, Zichron Levracha, David Azoulay.
Yes.
That man changed my life. Such the simplicity that he had, and his etiquette, and his kind of like just the way he held himself, his humility, and when he prayed, it transformed us.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think like really, it's not only the tefillah, it's not only the voice, it's the persona of
That's
the
right.
person.
That's right.
The Chazan, he has to represent something like kadosh, something pure,
Holy, yeah.
something that because he is an example of the kehillah. Everybody looks up to him.
Right.
Yes, for sure. That today I think this role model maybe becomes more modern.
That's right.
I think like people today in the kehillah needs to feel a real connection to
To the
the
chazan.
Chazan.
That's right.
Exactly. So I think the Chazan also bien sûr with being like Yirei Shamayim and
Yeah.
have a good outside look, etc.
Right.
Has to update himself or
Sure.
like has to adapt himself.
That's right.
To Kehillah for them to be able to like really
Connect.
connect with him, because
So that's a great bridge. So how does a chazan like you decide one day, let's make some jokes on Instagram. let's
That's a great question.
because
Yeah.
you just painted a really cool picture. Chazan, Yirei Shamayim, ta. You know what I mean? And then COVID happened. So
Yes.
walk us through that kind of that transformation, because there's a lot of people that transformed during COVID.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
people, I think, saw a more authentic side to themselves. A lot of people went berserk.
Yeah, you were literally with yourself.
That's right. That's right.
You didn't have any escapes. You didn't have
That's right.
work or
Yeah.
events to go to
Yeah.
to hide the real you. So you
Oh.
were befriended to yourself. So you discover. You say, "Am I happy with who I am? Do I need to change?" And that's how basically I started. Honestly, I think I started during it just started COVID.
Right.
And I did like I was at home and we were trying to have fun with the kids and trying to really find something to do during the day.
Yeah.
An activity, just to like get
Release.
some steam off, tu sais vraiment. And,
Just
and just to have some fun, And like
C'était une folie.
Yeah.
C'est-à-dire, on sortait dehors. On pouvait pas être à côté d'autres gens.
Yeah.
It was really,
Yeah, it was crazy.
it was really
Good
crazy.
one was about Omer Adam.
Yeah. So that's how I started. I started vraiment like I didn't start with sketch or like a full sketch
Right.
or video at all. I was only doing stories first of all.
Uh-huh.
Like come with me, experience my day-to-day life.
Right, like a vlog,
With
yeah.
vlogging exactly with like stupid jokes here and there.
Yeah.
C'est vraiment, I didn't think that it was gonna go somewhere, but I said, you know what? If I make myself laugh and make some people laugh that are, I think I had like maybe 400 followers,
Right.
like my friends and my family, and
Yeah. It's worth it.
yeah, I said, you know what, I take a break during the days of the kids, of the wife, and I do
It's
this
incredible.
and I started to get really a lot of feedback, that was really funny, that was a thing, and I said, okay, there's like something to do, and
It's incredible how like God squeezed us during COVID, and for some people it removed layers upon layers, of distractions, and something beautiful came out with it. And I love this approach of like let's see, there's not even an objective.
No. Yeah.
It's a little bit like the podcast there's not even an objective to
Yeah.
become something, and all of a sudden something beautiful comes from it. So you obviously connected back to the whole Moroccan
Yeah.
Moroccan roots,
Yeah.
and you developed characters.
Yes, because when it started to get more serious and more popular on the Instagram, I use mostly Instagram,
Right.
my things, and Facebook I post also sometimes, and I started getting feedback, like you the way you talk, the way you express yourself, the way you move your hands, and it reminds me of my grandmother,
That's
my
right.
mother.
Yeah.
Et j'ai dit, people are missing that. We're so on a 21st century. The world goes so fast, and the les valeurs and the time of
right.
before, the nostalgia. People
Yeah.
are really
Yeah.
missing that, and through my jokes and my videos, and I didn't even start, like I said, to do skits or characters. They were already starting to feel a certain ça me rappelle ces jours-là, my childhood,
My mom caught on to it right away. My mom, she's like, regarde celui-là. Ça c'est mamikota. Ça c'est, she starts, ça c'est tatata. You know what I mean? And
I think the fact that it came from somebody that's so young, that it's not from the same generation.
Exactly.
Like
It shocked.
It was.
It shocked.
Who are you? How old are you? And basically I just, and it's funny because I don't even consider this as humor. The writing jokes or it's not. There's not a writing process to it.
it's
I
like
just
on the
literally-
spot.
I just literally take situations that happen on the Shabbat table
Yeah.
at my parents,
Yeah,
at my grandparents,
Yeah.
open the camera,
And that's it.
start like imitating what literally I
Yeah,
learned.
it reminds me of Zaya. Zaya,
Yeah,
who's another
exactly.
comedian
Yeah.
in the Jewish community, which we'd love to get her on the podcast. Zaya.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, she's anti-podcast. That's okay. But did you ever think about doing stand-up?
Yeah, so that's a good question.
Yeah.
I ask this question to myself
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah.
I had a few experience of stand-up, like première partie of some comedians here in Montreal.
Okay.
Honestly, I liked it. It was fun, but some stand-up comedians, they say, the public, it gives you a drive. It
Yeah.
gives you a something that's special on the stage. I can say I didn't
You didn't feel it.
experience it that way.
'Kay.
I think the first of all, the amount of time it takes
To create the
to
content,
create,
yeah.
to practice, to get. I don't know if I'm just too busy or lazy, but
It just might be another. It's another way to express the art.
Yeah.
And it's not copy paste. And
for sure.
it makes me think that what social media has brought out is like the hidden stars that a lot of people have inside of
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? But it seems
yeah.
like it's another art form.
Yes, definitely, and I feel like I have a lot more outreach when I do it
Sure.
on the social media
Sure.
than on stage with the crowd that I'm doing it with.
Yeah.
with. I think it's a lot of the work that for now I don't have time to dedicate
Sure.
for.
Yeah.
And the impact, the influence that you can have.
It's greater. It's greater.
It's greater on
Social media than once a show once every right.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly. And like I said, I don't see what I do as
A job.
first of all as a job, but like as an writing process comedy.
Right.
I would have also to perfect myself in those
That's right.
tools.
It's a craft.
To
It's another craft.
yeah, exactly. To write, to
Yeah.
know how to deliver a joke, the
Yeah.
punchline,
Yeah.
the weight. So I don't think for today, modestly, I don't have the tools or the knowledge
Gotcha.
to get to this step yet. But I'm really, really satisfied and happy with
Sure.
what I do online, and that's really what I want to. Because I don't call myself a
Comedian. Right.
itself. I'm more like a. I see if you should go on my Instagram, ça dit kiffeur mondial.
Kiefer.
Kiffeur mondial. Just like I have fun.
So
talk
What's
did-
the best video you had, like with the most views, the most like?
Honestly, I think I did a video of the characters you can find in the Moroccan synagogue. The different-
Give us a little. Give us some of the hottest ones.
So you have like the guy that's gonna with the tabac.
Vas-y. Ouais, donne-nous quelque chose.
You have many, and you have the guy that reads too fast, the one that reads too
Yeah.
slow. So this one, like, I really had an impact on people because the one who knows the synagogue experience, they
Yeah.
know exactly.
Well, the traditional Moroccan synagogue
Yeah,
experience.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. They know exactly. They see the different characters. They know this is Armand, and
Yeah.
this is Moshe,
Yeah.
and this one
Yeah.
is David, and this one is le pharmacien qui
Right.
vient voir, and those were the most popular ones, and the one before the Chagim, all the sentences you hear
Yeah.
before Pesach,
That was great.
before Hanukkah, before Rosh Hashanah.
We usually time it with all the chagim.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever tell you, like, regarde, Orel, c'est pas joli, tu es un chazan dans un shoot, tu peux pas. There's only so far you can go. Like, I want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, listen. In the beginning, when I started, I was in this debate myself,
Uh-huh.
without anyone telling me you shouldn't, you should do that, you shouldn't do that.
Internal conflict.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to. I started like that, like I said, really, Samon just on. But as it went more serious, I was asking myself, the chazanim that I grew up listening or learning from.
They never did that.
They wouldn't never do that.
Of course not.
It's something out of the box.
Because they have, it's like you have to have, listen, I would imagine Chazan, and there's like the image of the Chazan.
Yes, yes.
There's the not the ego, if you want, but there's that image
Yes.
and that kind of like respect, like
And also, like, I think the new generation, they cannot do like what our father did.
No, they
or
can't do
our
it.
grandfather.
That's right.
Doing one job.
no.
back home,
Yeah.
Synagogue.
No, we're multifaceted today. Yeah.
No, when I started music and now I had a podcast, people like, what's going on?
What are you trying to do?
Why you not staying a barber?
Yeah.
But
Just cut hair. Cut to the point.
and I see people that they can be lawyers, but after they go jamming or
That's
right.
sports,
Yeah.
or
right.
or you find they're doing some
Yeah.
other stuff, but because I think
Yeah.
this generation cannot do one thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. And like I said, how did I try to work on this debate?
Yeah.
This internal conflict, like you
Yeah.
said. I said to myself, in which area would I be more happy to do, and in which area also would I impact the most people?
Right.
And that didn't help me fix the question.
Okay.
I said I can reach a lot of people with the Chazanut,
Yeah.
but some people cannot connect to that, and I can reach them with stand-up, with comedy.
Right.
So it took a lot of work for me to accept that I can be this
And that.
this at the same time.
Wow.
Not from backlash or people
Right.
talking
Right.
From behind, but really on the building on the values that I got from what is a Chazan from a young age, and slowly I try to really like
Mesh them.
embrace
Yeah.
both of
Those talents.
those
And
talents.
I would say I would say that your comedy is another form of music. Okay,
Yes.
it's another form of connecting because
love
that's what music is designed to do, and Chazanut is to connect the person to the divine. But people, you know, especially if they're in a super square religious context, they can't see it that way. They may say, well, comedy is comedy, but listen, if you're making people laugh, you're making people besimcha, then you're connecting them to Hashem.
It was a rabbi. He started his shiur with two jokes.
Rav Shalom Arush does a joke.
Yeah,
at the beginning of
100%.
the-
Yeah.
of his shiur.
It's the Gemara. They say that when you basically make jokes, what happens is that it puts the person in yeshuva dat, like a settled mind, because they're more besimcha, and when you do that, then the Torah can go even deeper in a person. You know what I mean? And listen, in today's generation, the reality is to step into a synagogue today is a miracle.
Yeah.
It's really a miracle. You know, the majority of youth don't find the synagogue experience incredible. And even those who are accustomed to going, okay, if you really want to scratch behind the surface, they would tell you, I got to do it. I got to do it,
Yeah.
you know. But there are very few that actually enjoy the experience, that take chayut from it. You know what I mean? But the ones that do, I guarantee you that they're besimcha.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
definitely. I just came back from Toronto the last weekend.
Okay.
And so there was la semaine du judaïsme marocain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
In Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto.
Because they have a whole community over there as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Mostly like Spanish.
Yes,
Moroccan.
yes.
Uh,
The higher class. The Tangiers.
It was really beautiful.
They only speak Spanish.
Huh?
You'll never
Spanish,
catch
yeah.
them speaking like Moroccan, right?
Yeah,
right,
for sure,
right.
yeah, they
Like
were-
they look at the other Moroccans like as the shleu, right?
Forasteros, they say.
Forasteros.
Forasteros is like a stranger. You're like a...
Man, I gotta go to Morocco.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I gotta see what this country is all about, man.
So I was in Toronto this weekend.
Yeah.
And part of the program was we did a big Shabbat Chazanut with
Okay.
a few chazanim, or I think 6 or 7 chazanim.
Nice.
With the tefillah, the
Everything.
terutim,
Wow.
Az Yashir Moshe, 15 minutes, like the real deal. And Bezrat Hashem, Baruch Hashem, one of the parts that I had in the Shabbaton is on Saturday night I did a little comedy show. Just,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, joke for the youth.
In
of
English,
Toronto.
English or French?
English and French. both of
Nice.
them. Yeah, I try to mix them both. So, you know, and the guy was doing the announcement. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have shlichut with chazanim, and tomorrow night we're gonna have a comedy night with
Wow.
Orel Gozlan. And at this moment, it's like if I took a step back of myself,
Yeah.
and I said to myself, if this same situation happened in 2021, il y aurait quelque chose qui m'aurait
Yeah,
bien confortable.
absolument.
I wouldn't be, like,
Mais tu as réussi à intégrer.
Exact.
Voilà,
And
magnifique.
yesterday and the Friday night when they announced those two events that don't seem to like go together, they announced it. And she come, yeah, that's exactly that's me. That's what I'm doing. Tu sais, la chazanut et la comédie, and that's it was a process. It was a lot of questioning, etc. But at the end, when I wouldn't be able to choose one or the other.
You fused it.
The loss of choosing one over the other would be too great.
Sure.
So I decided to
Beautiful.
embrace
You
it.
integrate.
And it wasn't easy.
Let me ask you, are you able to monetize it?
I'm able, yeah. For the comedy part, you're
Yeah. No, I mean in terms of like
Yeah.
when you do you have any like sponsors that kind of reach out to you or
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Very
Yeah,
nice.
I do, and
Cool.
I'm not officially on the website Cameo, you know, the Cameo
Sure.
thing, but I do like stuff that like someone will contact me to tell me I have my father's birthday.
Oh, nice.
This week.
Beautiful.
Can you make me
A unique.
video
I
and a
love it.
character?
I love it.
Can you be Saada, or can you be Fortune, or can you be Beber? and I asked them a lot of
Can you do fortune? Please do fortune. Please give a little fortune, bro.
Aujourd'hui, on a été chez le Barber, comment il s'appelle?
Danny.
C'était bien, la vérité. C'était bien, mais ils nous ont aveuglés. Il y avait les lumières comme ça. Je sortais, je ne voyais rien, quoi. Et j'ai pas compris. Le technicien, il est venu. Et il nous a enlevé les étiquettes des bouteilles. Pourquoi? Choma, c'est quoi? C'est Naya. Nous, on avait Naya au Maroc aussi. Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise? C'était bien, en tout cas, c'était bien. Voilà.
You know, I have to tell you, I remember I grew up with my mom and her aunt. We called her Mamikota.
Yeah.
Okay? And they would get into it. Okay? They would get into it. And when they got into it, you know, as a teenager, as a young, you know, seeing that, like, we're talking like, Willy, Willy, Willy. You know, and like, you know, and those like experiences, like, though they were intense, but like we laughed on them after.
Yeah.
We laughed so
And that's
much.
what you remember until
Yeah,
up until
yeah,
today,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's what I see in the shlichut that I have, because I see comedy as a shlichut also.
That's right.
You know, I have 100,000 of people watching every day what I post, what I do, and the impact and the influence I have on them.
And not only on the Jewish, not only on the Jewish community, it
No,
seems
yeah.
it's like even in the Moroccan, I think Arab,
Muslim
incredible.
community, I have a lot of followers.
Wow.
Worldwide, and like I said, I don't promote necessarily religion or
Right.
halachot.
Right.
I sell nostalgia. I sell
That's
really. I bring them where they were 25 years ago, like you said to your
Yeah.
you remember your aunt and
Yeah.
your grandmother.
Yeah.
I bring them back to those smells, those sounds,
Yeah.
everything that, and by bringing them back to that, they must miss some of the values.
right.
You know,
That's right.
We used to stay around the table until 12:30, talking,
Yeah,
joking.
yeah.
So with the jokes, with avec les intonations, with
Yeah,
the imitation, the characters, I bring them back to an epoch that is long gone
Yes.
today, and with the hope that they still go back to those values and go.
Totally. It's beautiful.
revive
It's
those
beautiful.
values.
It's really, it's today, they're just coming back to this theme. Like, we are so multifaceted. We fuse everything. We can no longer play like, I went to university to become this, and this is what I'm doing for the rest of our life. It's like, it's as if like our souls are demanding much more from us. Like, be the real you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true. You know, you told me before you're also a teacher at a Jewish school. You know, you teach French and stuff like this. You're a Chazan at a shul. You do this comedy, and like this is getting more common and common. This is one of the main reasons why I told my son, like, I'm not interested in you going to like CTTP or university. I don't think you're going to be able to honestly find your true vocation there. And that's pretty, it was pretty revolutionary, because I went through that whole system. I did CTTP, I did university, I studied marketing, you know what I mean? And everything that I'm doing today has nothing to do with what I studied. You know, unless you're going to become a doctor or like a lawyer, you know what I mean? Or maybe electrician, you're going to, like that I do see the practicality of.
Yes.
But like to go learn subjects that are probably antiquated by the time you graduate, it's like, why?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, for sure that and that's our role as educators and as parents, you know, to bring the kids themselves to know themselves better by the time they get to this age or to this period. Really, I think, you know,
And school doesn't teach you that.
I
COVID,
know, yes.
ironically, COVID taught you a deeper lesson
yes.
that you could have ever learned versus school.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, because with all the other distractions of life, how could you stop? I mean, I'm in COVID, I started my marketing agency. And I also had that approach. Let me just try this.
Yeah.
Let's just try, you know?
The most important, as I think, as parents, is like you said, to be the real you, to encourage the kid to know his passions and know his direction exactly where, like, from a young age. I think to help him do the choice when he gets to CJEP or Sec 5 or Sec 4, to see exactly where are you going, you know. It's maybe a bit too late, you know. We really have to accompany them to from the beginning of life, to what are your desires, what are your passions, what do you really want to do in life. So B'ezrat Hashem, we hope that when they get to this stage, they'll be able to do the right choice by themselves. But I think it's an accompaniment of really a whole life that we have to do as parents. And the multifaceted aspect that you said, it's really not only that we see that, but that it's also accepted.
Exactly. Yeah.
That it
became part of
normal.
it's a social norm.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's face it. We're doing this podcast. We're not in the millions yet. We're not. You know what I mean? It's like we still have our day jobs, we still have our music, but yeah, we could see these elements kind of like merging. You know, getting through, and it's becoming more real. I'm starting to look at what we're doing as really now a real thing. Like, this is work, and it's enjoyable.
I didn't thought about it in the beginning when we started. I thought it would be like, you know,
Thing on the side, a hobby.
Yeah.
And when we start deeply to it, wow, these are whole
Well, yeah.
jobs.
Well, the conversation you had with me this morning before we started the podcast was like, "Hey, Rich, listen, this amount of equipment costs money. We're paying the editor. It's, you know what I mean. So you do see that it's something that it's a craft, and it needs to get, you know, perfected, and you know."
That's amazing, for the verité. I wish you could see the I see it, and I say, wow, bravo, la vérité.
That's
amazing.
awesome. That's awesome. You're also a father, right? You have children.
Yeah, 4 kids.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
And so you live in DDO, obviously, because you're the Chazan over there. And wow, so you're just managing the Chazanut, you're managing the comedy, you're a father, you know what I mean? What do you do also just to relax and kind of like zone out? Do you ever get together with some of your friends on your own boys' night out, that type of thing?
I try to honestly.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of time left after I do everything. I'm. You have to see the good in every bad situation, right?
Right.
Some people, they say DDO, dollar des hormones, it's 4.
Yeah.
And we always have the classic jokes, tu as emmené ton passeport. The things, à dollar, il y a des dollars. Like, those old jokes, ils t'ont laissé passer la douane.
Yeah.
You know? But, and yes, it's like far from the
heart of Montreal,
ouais,
right.
Exactement. But my downtime is really the traffic. The traffic, you know. Some people see it as like a curse, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, in the morning it's 45 minutes of road, and at night it's 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
But you know, that's my downtime.
Wow.
You put your music, you listen to CTTP.
Yes, you gotta create a joke for CTT Barber Talk.
Yes.
Choose a character that you want and go for it.
CTTP. CTTP, je sais pas c'était quoi, la vérité. Ils m'ont dit, viens voir le podcast, on va te poser des questions. CTTP, moi je connais HTTP déjà. Je sais toi, mais CTTP, la vérité, c'était très bien. J'ai adoré, ils m'ont donné de l'eau, c'était très confortable, la vérité, c'était magnifique. So that's my downtime. I put music, I relax, I talk to Hashem, I thank him for everything that happens. That whatever is going to happen, you know, the teaching is not an easy job. You know, you have a lot of planification, correction, dealing with the students, you know, exams that are coming up. So That's my downtime. So from the beginning of the day, I think, I relax, I plan, I talk to Hashem, and on my way back to work, I always say I finished my first shift at school. Now I'm going to get my second shift with the kids.
I remember.
Ledush,
Listen,
bedtime.
I grew up in DDO, okay, and I remember when my first job was in Old Montreal. Same thing, 45 minutes, and on the big snow days, sometimes an hour and a half. Okay, but those times I was listening to shiurim. You know what I mean? Today, I can't really say I face traffic. I mean, I walk to your house, I walk to shul, I work out of the basement.
It's like me. People told me, "Wow, I wish I have that abilities to go upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. Everything is around you." But sometimes, I give you an example. People start ordering from Amazon or ordering from Costco, IGA. People, I go to IGA to go to back. Or there's no me. I love it.
Yeah.
It takes me
It gives you a break. It gives you a break.
It has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
The truth is that when everything is close to you, then the boundaries, they get mixed up. Okay, so I do remember in the beginning when I started my company, it was difficult to log out. It was difficult to say, hey, the workday is over, versus when I went into the office and I stopped working, I came home, forget about it. Of course, that changed when they put emails on the phone. Okay, that you know what I mean. But yeah, it was very common for me in the beginning when I started my marketing agency to be always working. And one of the things, I'm just going to share this with my co-host here, Danny, that even in this podcast that I'm trying to be conscious of is to not fall into this trap too. It's like this constant we just put this video out. Like, let's see how this one's like.
That's a big trap.
It's like, I want to do it. I want to be happy with it. I don't want to be stuck to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like submerged into it, because then that's kind of where it dies down, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. And it's sometimes, like I said, it started with just the fun of doing it, but as the following grows, as the
you get you get pulled in.
Yeah, you get pulled in, definitely. And that's why sometimes I like to take
breaks.
Yeah. Some days sometimes you don't, with your personal life, whatever is happening, you don't feel like the need or the want of posting. So
that's right.
I try to keep it balanced. I don't want it to be go crazy on that, like you say.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It pulls you in. What's gonna happen? It's been 2 days that I didn't post anything.
Yeah.
Am I still relevant? Am I still existing?
Yeah.
Do people are still what are they?
Maybe this is why all the Hollywood stars go crazy at some point. I don't know.
That's for sure.
Because a content creator, in a way, is, if you will,
expected
to create, and you create this alter ego of yourself, and that alter ego at some point comes and it attacks you.
Yeah.
It speaks to you. It says, "Oh, this podcast was better than the last one." And, you spoke like this over there. And, maybe we should get this. And then all of a sudden you're living in that new identity. That's the danger.
Yes.
That's the danger. And when you started talking to me about rules, I said, I'm the youngest. I have to listen because I did some mistake in my life. I didn't listen to the rules and I fall into it. It was you to back up for me. It will take. Sometimes I say to myself, okay, you want to make it big, but we have to put rules.
You got to boundaries. Exactly. It's because don't get me wrong, Danny. Don't get me wrong. I also feel the excitation, but I also made so many mistakes in my life, over allowing my heart to get excited, blurring those boundaries. Okay, and then having some real situations to fix. You know what I mean? And that's why, and I'm still trying to kind of organize this, where I'd love to have days where it's this, and then it's right now it's still like a big melting pot. You know what I mean? but it's the balance of life.
Yeah, and I think with the balance, the obstacle of being so multifaceted, like you said.
Yeah.
Multifaceted. Exactly.
That was the most Moroccan English word I ever heard. Multifaceted. I have to tell you, I'm in love. First of all, thank you so much for making a big effort to do this in English, because we could have done the whole thing in French.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
fine.
and truly we could, but anyways, I love the Moroccan English.
Oh yeah.
Can you do a little like your typical?
You want to speak
Yeah.
in Moroccan in English? We had English in the
Morocco.
in Morocco. Yeah, we had the teacher. Now I can speak to my cleaning lady. I tell her tomorrow 9:10. I phone you. I phone you back.
Yeah, but I like the Côte Saint-Luc Moroccan English,
Yes.
like the young generation, bro. Like
I have a character like that.
yeah. What's his name?
Jacob Benezra.
Vas-y.
Oh!
Bro.
Aujourd'hui, j'étais au podcast de Danny de Barber et Richard Méchali. Bro, c'était de malade,
Lad.
ma gueule.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
So, like I was saying, the multifaceted part that we have today, we're so busy in other stuff
Yeah,
that we're never living the present moment.
that's right.
Yes.
We're always thinking of and that's one of my biggest challenges in life in general.
Yeah.
Même quand je suis à la maison, même quand je suis à l'école, I try to I'm here physically, but mentally
Somewhere else.
là-bas.
Yeah.
Je suis là-bas. Qu'est-ce que je vais faire demain? What did I do?
Oh,
this
that's
morning?
the problem of the generation,
You know?
my friend. Yeah.
And I think the biggest challenge is to find a way to turn off our brains, and be in the present moment with the people that we are surrounded with. And I think it's
One of the things I feel that happens on podcasts when you really get into it is exactly that.
yeah.
None of this is prepared. We're trying to just tap into what we can call the most authentic conversation. You know what I mean? But it's exactly that. It's. I think that we're all searching for that non-thinking mind.
Peace of mind.
Yeah.
That just like the calm, the not having something in our brains.
Comedy does that.
Huh?
Comedy does that.
Yeah.
Because what is comedy? Comedy is just paradoxes.
Yeah.
It's things that don't make sense, and you laugh that it doesn't make sense. You know?
Yeah, definitely. It's that I think it's the challenge of the generation. It's everybody has this issue, and the biggest challenge is to find a way. I don't know if I never tried meditation or sport or anything. Look at me, but we really have
Music.
yeah, music. Yeah, but music for fun. When you start
Yes.
performing and having, it's always like, yeah, it's hard to stay like in the passion bubble of the thing.
Because we're always trying to manipulate the talent or use it. It's like as soon as it starts to get into the realm of how can I profit from this or how can I make money from this, then you see it starts to deviate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a big challenge.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. So if you see my videos, I don't spend a lot of time on editing at all. I really try to. I do the video.
Basic. Basic.
Yeah, exact. I put my filter. I do my jokes. I do my character, and I post it
Boom.
right away.
Right.
Because I don't want to have to come back to it after
Right.
I don't know how many hours of editing and say this should have been that. I should have done that. I really post it, even if the quality of the image is not top,
Right.
even if the cadre, but the content is here.
Yeah.
I want to have to kill myself for better content itself.
That's right.
I want the content to reach the people raw as it is, without any
Love it.
artifice, rien.
Love it, man. Well, honestly, Orel, it was a pleasure having you.
Pleasure
We
for me.
we laughed. I love the Whitney Houston thing.
I'll send you other.
Oh my
things,
God!
don't worry.
Could we just end this one with Give me another pop song. Give me a Nagdishach pop song.
I'm thinking, you want something surprising? Or
Surprising
something,
us. Yeah.
Okay. ראו בנים את גבורתו.
Oh, yeah.
שיבחו והודו לשמו ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל לך ענו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם.
Wow.
A whole new
World. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
So this I do that with my
Love it.
sec 4s and sec 5s. And
Love it.
They have to guess. It's actually a game with
You
them.
got to do you got to do.
Yeah.
It's like where you go to.
I love it, man. Thank you so much, Orel. It was beautiful, and wishing you much success. Keep making us laugh. Connect us to Hashem, and we'll see you soon, man.
Thank you so much.
Take care. All right, that was great, man. That was beautiful, bro. That was so.